What's up, guys? Happy holidays to everyone. Hopefully it was a good one for you and your families. Hopefully also everyone has a great new year. Have fun, be safe, all that kind of good shit. So we're gonna look at today's pickup. It is the day after Christmas, so you would have thought that a lot of people were out spending that, Christmas present money or whatever have you. But it was weird, man. Like, all the stores today were quiet, slow, dead. I mean, empty. Empty wasn't even the word. But, New York City was kind of, dare I say, even a ghost town. But it is what it is. Today we're looking at Cncpts' latest release, collab with New Balance. We will, or I should say I will, talk about the circus that came to town this past week too, also known as the Homage release. But yeah, we'll get into that after this review. So, Cncpts, as you know, I've been talking about them all year. They never disappoint. They honestly are, in my opinion, the best collaborator, the best store brand out there when it comes to, sneakers, when it comes to streetwear, things like that. I think that, again, not only do they release excellent product, they are one of the most humble group of guys that you'll ever meet, ever be able to talk to. They don't act like their shit don't stink. They work hard, they party hard, and honestly, I mean, those are the kind of people that you really want to associate with. So, pictures popped up a couple weeks ago before the holidays of New Balance that they were, going to release. They are known, obviously, for their connection with New Balance, being that they're, Massachusetts based, and the 998 is something that Cncpts has always had tremendous success with. Obviously, if you look back at the C notes, the tanneries, just fucking great collabs, great releases, execution, materials, the whole nine. So you know that this shoe wasn't going to be anything different. The idea behind this release was, or it's called the Grand Tour, and it has to do with cars. If any of you guys out there are gearheads or, petrol heads or whatever you want to call it, car fanatics, you'll know that a Grand Tour is a car that's built for just what it says, for touring around, for good long road trips. But also having a machine that's high quality, doesn't disappoint, gets the job done. So there's a lot of cars out there that are awesome Grand Tours, from the top, from Ferrari to Aston Martin. We're talking about Audi. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Mercedes. If you're a car fan, then you know which cars are the Grand Tours and how they are really perceived when it comes to cars. Anyway, enough of that. So the Grand Tour, kind of weird, the packaging on this. So you get the the usual Cncpts, special box, special packaging, but they actually have the New Balance box in it. And if you notice, it's to me, again, I noticed this as a newer box that New Balance is using this year. From the New Balance collabs that I got, I really wasn't paying attention to the other boxes, but I could have sworn that they were the old blue boxes that we had. So anyway, two boxes. Let's get into the laces. There's a total of, well, you got one on there, and then you got 3 in here. So there's 4 total laces that come with red, white, gray, and then the beige, I should say. Actually, it looks kind of like a light green lace that comes on the shoe. So here we go. The 998 was used, and just, I mean, look, it's fucking brilliant. It's gorgeous. You really can't say anything about the quality when it comes to New Balance and to what Cncpts always uses for their collaborations. Some people were a little disappointed that it wasn't a mesh toe box. I actually, again, you know me, I'm a fucking suede whore, so I was pleasantly surprised and welcomed the, the perforated suede toe box. And as you can see, thing is butter, beautiful. The shoe itself, again, a gorgeous shoe. Colors are supposed to represent a lot of things that you'll see with motor racing, with cars in general, from the carbon fiber heel plate that you see. I think that's just fucking sick how they fucking incorporated that. I mean, a lot of these high-end, top-end sports cars, everything is made out of carbon fiber. So to actually put this on the shoe is really dope. Okay, so back to the shoe. Everything is premium pigskin suede, from the perforated kind of olive, light green toe box. Everything around, from the whole toe panel, the side paneling. You got that light tannish color. Goes into the back. Again, the heel wrap. There's a darker gray right above the carbon fiber plate, and then red pigskin suede on the heel tab. And then you got hits on the collar, perforated pigskin suede also around the whole the whole insole. You got red pigskin suede tongue, 998 embroidery, New Balance embroidery on the heel tab. You have the logo, and logo is actually the white leather with a 3M underlay. Then when we get to the midsole, it's pretty much all white, but then you got hits of the baby blue on both sides. Gives it a nice little pop, a nice little contrast to it. And then when we get to the outsole, you got gray, white, and black. Beautiful colorway. This shoe is honestly gorgeous. The colors just make sense. Everything kind of flows together. Some people say, well, how do the colors represent, cars or Grand Tours for that matter? I'm not going to get into, the whole ins and outs of driving or having a car like that's a Grand Tour. You're going to have to look it up yourself. Some of it has to do with racing inspired, and then again, some of it has to do with just the general concept of having a Grand Tour. I really want to show you guys the insoles to this, because I think the insoles give it that nice final touch. Make sure I do this the right way. So there's the insole. Unreal. Simple Cncpts logo. It almost, again, has that that kind of carbon fiber feel to it, but beautiful. Really is just fucking sweet. Simple. Pops out at you. It's loud. Just a great overall shoe. Sizing wise, if you have a 998, they run big and wide for that matter. So it's mandatory that you at least go half size down. Some of you that have those really skinny feet, maybe even a full size, you might be able to get away with it. But you know, if you want to play or be on the safe side, go half size down, and I think you'll be okay. It's not going to be too much of a worry for you. But don't go true to size on these. Like I said, they do run big, and they are wide. So I guess when you get to like the really bigger sizes, like the 13 and 14, you might not even have a choice, and you know, at that point. So yeah, 998 Grand Tour from Cncpts. Again, beautiful shoe. Again, surprisingly, the line out there, at least in New York City, was not overwhelming. There's a few people out there. It was good to talk to some of you that I met up with. They actually incorporated across the street, if you know, for all you that were there, the car club is where you actually had to go pick up your pairs, and you know, inside that car club you had a chance to look at some of the cars that were in there, from Ferraris to, they had a GT40 race car, they had AC Cobra in there, they had some of the newer sports cars like a Jaguar, Porsche. So it was great, and actually they had an interactive car racing game too that, you know, everyone was free to use and to sit down and, you know, test your skills basically behind the wheel. So it was really dope how they incorporated all that into this release. It released online, and from reading some of the comments today, it seemed that everyone was able to get it. I probably wouldn't be surprised that it's going to be a global release. So for everyone overseas that is worried, that are worried about shipping fees and whatnot, I'm pretty sure you're going to see these, you know, pop up locally. So if you want to wait for it a couple weeks, do so. But I highly recommend grabbing this shoe. It's up there. It's up there for one of the shoes of the year, and you know, Cncpts never disappoints. Everything that they touch pretty much turns to gold. So there you go, the New Balance 998 Grand Tour. So the other thing that happened this week that everyone is well aware of was the Ronnie Fieg Homage release. Now, when you pay homage to somebody, I mean, shit, you don't really pay homage to yourself. It's usually, you know, somebody paying homage to you, but whatever, it is what it is. As I mentioned in the last review that I did, that shut up. It was, I didn't know if I was going to get it. I knew it was going to be a tough release and the whole 9 yards. Once the, I guess, official word came out on, I believe Sunday it was, that they were going to release on the 23rd, it almost was kind of promising. People started showing up on Monday, which you knew was going to happen. It didn't look, I mean, yes, there was a ton of people out there, but it didn't look like it was getting too crazy. And then next thing you know, everything changed. Word came out that there was just going to be an email style raffle for people that know. Shut up! For people that know that you know how things kind of operate over there. Once you heard that email raffle was going to happen, it was pretty much game over. I think a lot of people that were actually outside, you know, the day of was Monday. You know, they had their names taken down, I believe, emails and whatnot, and they were told that they would also be part of the email online raffle. But I think out of the 200 or 300 people that were out there, maybe, and I could be wrong, but from what I've seen and read, I think maybe 2 or 3 people actually got emailed back that they were able to get the shoe. Same thing happened with the online raffle. It was basically they were able to pick and choose whoever they wanted to have the shoe, and there you go. For all you fanboys out there that think that they're the best in the business, well, I hate to break the news to you. If you were looking forward to getting the shoe, that's probably why you didn't get it. The online release also was a was a big joke. In the past, they've always tried to make sure that bots wouldn't have the opportunity to pick up a lot of pairs, but it seemed conveniently that this time around they didn't take the necessary steps to make sure that bots and resellers wouldn't get the chance to score all the pairs. But again, what do I know, right? But that's basically what went down. So a lot of people were very upset, and for good reason, especially for the people that actually wear the shoes and are fans of the shoe itself. Maybe, for the people that picked up every single 25th anniversary, and that was the last one to, finish off the collection. If you didn't get it, well, there you go. There's the reasoning behind it. But on the bright side, if you want to look at it this way, the shoe, everyone thought was dope, this and that. I personally would have loved to see some of his older work, but I think the David Z days had much better Jelly 3s versus the newer Kith models. I mean, besides salmon toe leatherback, I think the rest of the Jelly 3s, I don't know if they were as good as the David Z days. So me personally, I would have loved to see some of those models and materials used on this shoe, but I guess if it's just going to be based off of Kith, then there really wasn't much choice in the matter. But yeah, some people, or I should say a lot of people, actually call them clown shoes. And if you really want to look at it that way, then yeah, they look like clown shoes with all the colors and this and that. And being that people call them clown shoes, I would say 99% of the people that got them are clowns. So maybe for the limited 4 or 5 people that got them and are wearing them, don't even fucking sweat it, because all the ass clowns got their clown shoes. Period. I know some of you are gonna comment saying that that I'm bitter and this and that about not getting the shoe. Well, I'll tell you what, I had the opportunity to get the shoe. I don't know if it's really worth it with with the pin collection. I mean, what are you gonna really do with all those pins? I mean, I see some retards putting the pins on their laces. I'm not gonna name names, but all right, whatever. Besides that, I mean, what kind of function does it serve? The 15 or fucking 20 laces that come with it. All right, whatever. I mean, you could definitely throw it on other pairs that you have. The only good thing I think out of that box is the socks. Unfortunately, it doesn't come as pairs. I think it was just 13 socks altogether, if I wasn't mistaken. If you want to wear mismatched socks, whatever. It's just, in my opinion, it was disappointing to see. Again, the materials aside, the choice of shoes that were used, I guess, to make the shoe. If you notice, it was heavy with leatherback. It was heavy with I forgot the other model. Again, I didn't pay too much attention to it. I know salmon toe was in there. You had the super greens in there, but some of the shoes it was heavy, and I think at that point it could have been incorporated some of the older models, but again, if they're just going to stick with, you know, a kith-based shoe, then whatever. So for all yous out there that are still bitter and pissed off about not getting a shoe or not being able to have the opportunity to at least get it fairly, well, there you go. Now you know why. The whole thing seemed to be rigged, and I'm not the only one that says it. Resellers did win. They walked out with a shitload of pairs, and now they're going for like ridiculous prices. So, you know, if you don't mind paying, you know, $800, $900, $1,200, $1,500, go get it, whatever. But you know, if it makes you feel any better, again, the ass clowns got their clown shoes on this one. So that's my point of view about the old Homage release. All right. So anyway, New Year's is right around the corner. I think there's like maybe one or two. Well, you have easy releases. The Oxford Tans are coming out, you know, next week. So other than that, there's nothing really that's popping, you know, popping off the pages as to any more good drops for 2015. So with that being said, if there is no Yeezy review before the new year, there will be my pick for, you know, the top shoes of 2015. It's not going to be a 20 or 25 shoe countdown. I'm going to keep it simple, you know, no more than 10, if that. You know, I might do like my top 3 25th anniversary shoes, but that's pretty much it. I know Paulie and I discussed doing a combined type of you know, top releases of the year, so you know, be on the lookout for that. That might happen as well. I don't know exactly what date. I'm going to try to, you know, get it done by New Year's Day, but if you don't see it, you know, other things are going on. So, but it's going to come within a week or two. You'll see those videos popping out. So there you have it. Everyone, I wish you guys a great New Year's. Have fun, be safe, you know. All the best to you guys for 2016. Hopefully it's an even better one. You know, God bless you, your families, and yeah, thanks for the support. Another great year, 2015 in the books, and looking forward to 2016. See you guys soon. Peace.